Hello, let's talk about the future of the video game industry here. Yeah, I can move myself to here. Yeah. Or I can show you the full screen. Yep, okay, that may be easier for you to read here. Yep. The video game industry. You need to pay attention to the industry. I think you're studying for this degree to later on get yourself a job, most likely in video game industry. You want to know what's going to be the future of the video game industry. Not after you graduate, before. I have a source to show you. They are talking about bullet number 1. The gaming industry saw a number of exciting development in 2016. That's almost 44 years ago, touching on different aspects of the sector. For the past 4 years, not much change here. They're talking about gaming technology is developing in very exciting views. The gaming here, technology and art, commercial art, is not an artist art like a Picasso. That's an artist art here. It's not like that. It's a commercial art, which means you need to design based on the market here, not like I want to do whatever I want to do. That's an artist here. You are in the gaming industry. That's science plus art. So science here, you can say that's gaming technology. The long-promised revolution of virtual and augmented reality. The two terms. So what is the virtual reality? What is the augmented reality here? It's difficult to understand the difference, but it's easier to give an example. Let me give you an example. Pokemon Go. Would that be virtual reality or augmented reality? That's augmented reality. Pokemon Go. You need to drive to a park, for instance, find a Pokemon, then capture, then walk certain distance. So you're going to have a baby Pokemon and later on. So something like that. That's the augmented reality here. Virtual reality. If you using some kind of a glass here and put it on to cover your eyes here, then you can see something. That's virtual reality here. You don't need to move here. You just standing there, or putting up the virtual reality, the glass, then you can see something else here. Yeah. They're talking about the Pokemon Go. I think that has like 2 or 3 years ago. This is the Pokemon. This Go and no Go, they make a big difference here. When you were young, you probably play Pokemon, Digimon, and those are from Japan, a Japanese product here. As I mentioned, the top 2 of the gaming industry, one is Japan, one is the US. Japan may be doing a little bit better or much better compared to what we have done here in the US here. That's the reason I also told you. They have more than 100 years, the culture to read comics books, not only for kids, adults. They really like to read comics book. Until today, still, that's still the same way. It's difficult to build up a culture like that with the comics book reading culture. They can have many ideas, many characters, many stories to come up with something like Pokemon. Pokemon Go is the new idea Used to be you play computer games here, people thinking you're sitting there all day, 5 hours, something like that, and it's not good for your health here. Pokemon Go is different. You need to go to the park, go to outside to capture and keep walking. That's you need to do some exercise. Pokemon Go is something new here, and playing games here with some exercise. So games plus exercise is not really new. Again, from Japan, that's Wii, W-I-I. You guys remember the Wii? You use the Wii, like a remote controller, Wii. Then you want to play tennis. You hit based on your hand, move the remote controller from point A to point B, based on the speed, based on the angle. They are going to, or angle, they are going to tell you your ball is in or out. That's your Wii. The old people's using the Wii to do some exercise. And that's not your traditional games here. Traditional game, you're sitting there using your thumb here, or keep clicking using your hand here, joystick here. And with that new Wii or the newer Pokemon Go, you actually do some exercise. Mobile phones here, the gaming, they can be based on computer or mobile phone. There are more and more games are based on mobile phone. If you want to ask rationale why we want to make more and more games mobile phone based instead of computer based, PlayStation and some other platform. You're carrying your mobile phone all the time. You're not carrying your notebook all the time. Since you're carrying your mobile phone all the time, chances are you're going to play computer games here with your mobile phone. Of course, mobile phone is kind of tiny here. If your computer games designed to be too complex, may not be suitable for mobile phones. So when you are designing a computer games, you may want to have two versions. One version for using computer, big screen, one version for using mobile phone, small screen. If you only want to focus on one tools, then you need to make it right here. Mobile phone here is not for a much too complex games here. It won't work here. And for a big screen based, if you make it too simple, people may feel bored. Then that's also no good here. There are more and more use of mobile phone games here, especially in some underdeveloping or developing countries. There are many users. They don't have computers, they have mobile phone. Today, even in a developed countries here, some old people, senior citizens, they have mobile phone. They don't need computers. So everybody have mobile phones, some people have computers. Now, you may focus on the mobile phone based games or computer based games. The big difference here is the screen here. And another big difference is the input device, like a joystick. Your mobile phone, you don't have a joystick. You only use your fingers here. So that's simply put, mobile phone based games may be less complex than a computer based games here. And we have increasing here the millions of users using mobile phones more and more. Now, if you are thinking about, I'm going to develop a new games that's going to be based on a computer, think again. Don't overlook the mobile phone market here. It's big, it's increasing. We'll say like in India or South Asian becomes for many kids potential of mobile phone games here. And you're going to, from a parent's perspective here, you're going to buy your kids a mobile phone so you can check on where's my kids. You don't have to buy them a computer. Even you give them a computer, it's too big. They're kids. They cannot handle. It's too heavy for them here. They have no place to put it here. A mobile phone, size is tiny, it's foldable. Kids' hand is smaller. They have smaller fingers. It's perfect for them comparing to adults here. Yeah, so that's the stuff here. So many for international, many developing countries, young kids going to play with that. From a money-making point of view, you just make whatever will sell. From a educational point of view or ethical conduct point of view, you should make something less violent, more educational for those kids here to use here. Well, that's really based on you and your company here. You want to find a match between you and your company. If you work for a gaming company and the company only want to making some games here which is violence, nothing but violence here, you may want to consider to work for a different company. So this one says since 2014 here, both AR, virtual reality, and augmented reality games jobs have been seen increasing job opportunity for that here. That's true here. That's true here. And how much of that here? You see here AR, VR here, 400% increasing here. Mobile phone is a increasing business here, as well as the users to use the mobile phone to play computer games here. Yeah, experience here. This is scary here. 1,500% increasing for the gaming here. So there are many game jobs here. 1,500. Happy? Yes. Also be prepared. The gaming industry here, they're showing you have so many. They need a lot of people. It does not mean they're going to pay you well. No, it does not mean they're not going to get rid of you, lay off you. They may. You need to be good, and you need to be creative. That's why I'm here to help you to be more creative. So it's not like you just go there. They're going to train you with creativity. Maybe not. So who's going to do that? Your professor here, school here, going to help you to be more creative. Then you go to the industry, go work, you fit in right away. Many of jobs are based on traditional video game publisher here, but many new companies, they are like Facebook acquire someone here. So you say that, hey, I want to do computer game design and I work for Facebook. People said that, hey, you are in the wrong company. You want to do some computer games here. Facebook is social media. Think one more time. Facebook and many other companies like Microsoft, they are Microsoft for computer software. They also have a new division for games. Big companies, they want to join some money-making business here. They do the social media. You cannot guarantee social media after 5-10 years here still there, or you don't have a strong competitor. So you want to diversify. You want to do something else here. So that's what they're doing here. You may work for some big companies here like Facebook. They are doing some gaming here. In this case, you said that I work for Nintendo. Okay, that's a computer game company. People know. And you said that I work for Facebook or some ABC company. People have no clue whatsoever. It doesn't mean that company have no potential. There are many companies. They are not famous, but they are money-making companies. They have potential. So They just don't make a like big noise here to say that like you're making a TV, Sony TV. You need to keep doing your ad to let people know Sony TV is number one, something like that. But you are making some computer games here. You want people to play with it here, the game, certain like Pokemon, the game. And Pokemon was developed by which company? That's less important. So you may know a game, you may not know behind the game who was the publishers here. In this case, when you are looking for jobs here, the name here, company name, may not tell you everything here. You cannot be based on a certain name to say, hey, this is a good company for gaming design. Not like that. It's not like a car here. You work for Ford, you work for Toyota here. People know. In gaming here, you are a manufacturer here. You are maybe famous for your game, certain type of games here, not for the company name. The current top cities to find a job in gaming are also major technical hubs here. For instance, you go to the west side here, go to LA, San Francisco. There are many gaming companies here. You want to stay in Dallas here, Texas here. Dallas have some company here. Fort Worth have some company here, not that many here. Austin have more companies here. Oregon have some gaming company. So gaming companies are everywhere. And you go to LA, go to San Francisco, even they pay you a little bit better here. The living cost is too high. You need to consider about that here. Yeah. In here, one area, when you are sending out your resume here, I would suggest is Austin. Austin here, yes, yeah, you guys are from Texas here, and Austin is closer to home. Living cost is reasonable, and they are very creative. Very creative. Gaming is a creative industry here. Austin is a very creative city, have that kind of culture here. That is pretty much needed here. Yeah. Moving from console-centric system here, like PlayStation-based, to a software-centric. Yeah, as long as you have certain software, you can do it here. Make plenty of sense here. So the console market has apparently peaked around, while double that number of people are equipped with tablets and smartphones. Yeah. For instance, if you are using a smartphone, then you should be, it's not like certain phone you can use. Right? We all know that computer games here, you're going to use for PlayStation or other platform based here. It's not like universal. But tablet here, that's a small computer, and a smartphone here, mobile phone here, you don't want to make your computer games only for iPhone, not for Samsung phone. You don't want to. You want your computer games to be able to play with a Samsung phone, with iPhone, with some other phone here. That's a software base. And turn out to be, maybe iPhone have a deal with you, said that, hey, we want your games here, but only going to be limited to iPhone. Samsung phone cannot get it. That's the business decision. It's not technical. We are talking about technical decision here. You should make your games here to be used by all different types of phone. But it's different here. It's like iPhone, they have iOS, different operating system. Samsung phone, they are using Android here. So in this case here, your games can be supported by Android or iPhone or both here. Yeah, so that's some consideration about. Yeah, this one to say that here. Yeah, it doesn't take an MBA degree to sell that. Selling 50%, particularly software delivery, is much cheaper than manufacturing, shipping, and retailing hardware. Yes, software is cheaper. Hardware, you have to ask UPS to ship, to package, and to someone to deliver. That's hardware here. And maybe damage here. Software, you don't. You go to the internet here, you pay money, you download it here. So software is, the cost for software logistically is like nothing, but hardware is going to be expensive here. So that's here we're talking about software and hardware. And gaming here, you have gaming, that's a software here, can be used for different type of system here, software based here. That's the trend here. It's going to be cheaper here. In analogy here, a similar thing happen here is like your ebook, your soft copy of book. Remember your textbook, hard copy? Some people have to print it. Some people have to ship it to bookstore. Then you need to go to the bookstore and physically pick it up and pay. That's a lot of cost for everyone. Now they have this ebook, software book. You just go to their website, you pay your money, you download, you have the soft copy. Or they may use some kind of a restriction. You can only read it under their website with the username and password. They don't allow you to download a soft copy. They don't want you to share that soft copy with your friends, with that kind of concern. But still, delivery, software delivery is much cheaper. Yeah, that's why we're talking about computer going to be the use and mobile phone going to be used with certain software. Then you can play your computer games. Yeah. Yeah, this is the computer games here, the company here, and sees a future where gaming is content of service instead of hardware. Yeah, that's the content. I have always said that content is the king. You want to play with a computer games here. Computer content is meaning two things here. One is the characters here. One is the story. For a movie, the story may be more important than the character. For gaming, the character may be more important than the story. So movie, basically, some people is telling you a story. And gaming, you play a certain role. Like Super Mario, you're going to play as Super Mario. Now you are Super Mario, right? You're going to go to here, go to there, do different things in different countries here. That's do different things in different countries, that story here. But you're Super Mario, so you can jump, you can flip up, you can do all kind of movements here. So that's a character. You're playing a character if you're happy. Yeah. To be a service instead of console here requires just a controller and a monitor here. That's very, very true here. How would this happen here? A controller and monitor here. Thinking of just your mobile phone here. Two ways. Are you going to let people pay the money and download some software to a mobile phone? The memory space may not be that big. So that's not a good idea. So what do you want them to do? Optionally, you want them to connect to a server, that's internet cloud, with a username and password. They subscribe. They can, as long as they connect to internet, they can play that computer games. And then they say, hey, I don't need it anymore. Okay. Then you just stop paying your money here, or once your subscription has expired, that's it. Comparing to you download a software of game to your mobile phone. Later on, you want to get rid of it here. That's a lot of job here. So thinking about gaming here, number one, thinking about mobile phone. Don't overlook. Lots of people and more people going to use mobile phone to play computer games. Number two, thinking about cloud. What's the cloud? Internet. More and more people going to play computer games via cloud, internet. The computer games software is located under a cloud, not located in your computer or in your mobile phone or in a disk. No, that's the old way. That tell developer conference, he said, like PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U could be the last generation of dedicated hardware. Yeah, so pay attention to that here. You still have Xbox. I know you have PlayStation 4. You know, I have one. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, turned out to be antique later on. Maybe. Yeah, so most likely here, so you're going to see this kind of hardware you need here. Something you can use, you still have a car, right, to play PS4, some other car to play Xbox here, right? So some of your computer games need to be played only under Xbox, some other computer games have to be played only under PS4. Later on, there's no such a thing. There's something called internet here. It's just a game here. You don't have this kind of hardware later on. Yeah, that's most likely here. And the company going to move to that way here, because if one company don't want to move to that way, say, no, I'm still going to keep doing the old way here, some company will do, a new company will do, then they cannot compete with other company here. Now, computer here and mobile phone later on most likely will be used to play computer games. Where are those games here? You still remember those GameStop here? They have many game store. You go there and buy some computer games. Unfortunately, bad news for those store owners here is once they are turned out to be cloud-based here, they're going to close their door here. You don't need to go there and buy one physically hardware here. Inside, of course, with software, you just go to the internet and download. That may be the future trend here. So, yep, that's something I want to share with you for this lecture.